my name is Bandy and this is my channel Bandy's Books. Today I am going to be doing a sort of a book haul video. I'm really excited. This is going to be all about the book mail that I've received from October through December so far. I have been very fortunate. I have received quite a few books from Instagram giveaways, a handful of books from Goodreads giveaways, and several books from just lovely friends who sent me books for various reasons, like Secret Santas or as surprise gifts. So I'm just gonna briefly go over them. I'm not gonna go into like great detail because if I go into like super detailed, we would be here for about 2 hours probably. So I'm just gonna kind of show you what I got. I'll tell you who each person is. If there's an account for me to link, I will absolutely link an account in the description. If there's no account to link, then I'm just gonna mention the person's first name. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So first, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about Goodreads giveaways. So I have heard that Goodreads giveaways are super difficult to win. I have actually won 11 books from Goodreads giveaways so far, and that's only in October through December, through this point in December. And my strategy is that like at any given time, there's 600 or so giveaways posted on Goodreads. So maybe once a week, I'll go through and I'll check all of the new Goodreads giveaways, and I'll go ahead and submit entries for everything. In fact, at this point, I only submit entries for print copies because I had won so many ebooks that I couldn't keep up. And of course, part of the deal is that, you know, you're getting a free book, you're supposed to review it. And I was getting behind with all the ebooks. I don't particularly love reading on ebook that much, you know, when I can avoid it anyways. So I just only enter the print only challenges or giveaways. I go through once a week, I update it so it shows the newest ones, and then I just sit there for like an hour and, you know, enter everything that seems interesting. I don't enter for anything that doesn't interest me, but yeah, I've had really good results, and I think it's just a patience game. I noticed that for like maybe every 200 giveaways I enter, I win one book. So, you know, one book, 2 books a month, something like that so far. So let's get into the books that I have won. The first book that I won was Free Love by Tessa Hadley. This is briefly just about a family in England, I believe, in the 1960s, kind of during like the sexual revolution, the hippie culture and all that. And it is about a main character kind of finding her way, finding her sexuality, her freedom as a woman, kind of who she is. It's a self-discovery sort of a book. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but I am going to be reading it very soon, and I was really excited about this. This sounds very interesting. Next up, I got a book called Brujas, The Magic and Power of Witches of Color, and this is by Lorraine Montague, PhD. So this book talks about witches. Bruja, if you don't speak Spanish, means witch, and this talks about different witches from different cultures. So it talks about like indigenous cultures, African cultures, Asian cultures, etc., and the mysticism and witchery that, you know, comes within different traditions. And it explores specifically those roles in groups of people of color. I find this really interesting. I don't know a ton about witchcraft or about like, you know, beliefs revolving around witchcraft, so this is going to be a big learning experience for me. One of the things that was so exciting is this cover is just absolutely gorgeous. This is probably one of the prettiest books that I've gotten from Goodreads. And my most recent gift from Goodreads was actually a cookbook, which I'm really excited about. I don't enter into too many cookbook giveaways because I'm a chef, so I already have like a million cookbooks. And then how often I actually sit down and cook a recipe from a cookbook is pretty rare. Most of the time I just kind of do my own thing in the kitchen. But this particular cookbook looked really interesting to me, and so I entered for it and I won. I'm so excited. And that is the Red Boat Fish Sauce Cookbook. This whole cookbook is literally just recipes about Vietnamese food and how to use fish sauce. And I grew up in a Vietnamese neighborhood, or not completely Vietnamese, but predominantly Vietnamese. And so for me, this is comfort food, but I don't know like a ton about cooking it myself. I'm more familiar with the eating portion of it. So I'm really excited to use this cookbook to try out some different recipes, some different Vietnamese recipes, and step my fish sauce game up. And it's just a beautiful book. It's so colorful. All the pages are bright and vibrant. I just absolutely love this one. So I'm really excited to play with this a bit. Next up, I'm going to talk about some books that I received from a Facebook group that I'm a part of. I'm going to put a link for the Facebook group in the description. I don't have like individual links for each of these people, but the group is fantastic. If you're a book lover, I highly recommend checking this book out. The admins of it are really great. They keep it very active. There's tons of opportunities to participate in different activities, exchange books, random acts of kindness, all sorts of stuff. And I've received quite a few gifts from this group, so I'm gonna go ahead and go over these now. Recently, I received this package that came with Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber and Mary Kay Andrews' The Santa Suit. That was from Keisha, and this was part of a Secret Santa swap that we did. So we signed up through Elfster, and we each were assigned a Secret Santa giftee, and we were each in return gifted a package. So my giftee gifted me these 2 lovely books, as well as a box of chocolate shortbread cookies that were amazing. If you're unfamiliar, Once Upon a Broken Heart is the follow-up to the Caraval series. I just read Caraval last month, so I'm very excited about reading this one. But I want to read the other 2 books in the series before I get to this. I'm like just awestruck by the cover though. It's so gorgeous, and it's got this beautiful spine. Such a lovely book. And then The Santa Suit is a really cute Christmassy romance. You can see I have my bookmark in it, and that is because I am hoping to finish reading this soon. I just briefly started it, so I'm only a couple pages in, but I'm going to be reading this probably over the next couple days. And then I got, like 2 days ago, Game Changer by Neil Shusterman, and this came from Jessica. This is the first book I've ever had by Neil Shusterman. I have never read him before. I know he's a very popular author, and she sent me this lovely book, so I'm gonna finally get to try Neil Shusterman out. Next up, this one's still wrapped in plastic. I haven't actually taken it out of the wrapping yet, but this is The Girl in the Spider Web by Dave Lagerkrantz, and it was from Stieg Larsson, the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series. This was one of the books that I was missing from that series. I have the first 2. So this came from Carla, and this was another lovely surprise. This was the very first book gift that I've ever received. This one holds a very special place in my heart because it was the first piece of book mail that I ever got once I started social media, and it is The Whisper Man. This was gifted to me by Paula back in October. I was so excited to receive this. This is about a serial killer, and I have heard really good things about this. My mom read it and said it was a really creepy read, so I'm looking forward to it. And finally, I received recently this book, Brown Girl Dreaming by Jacqueline Woodson. This came from Jessica, and for me, this book was one that was really high up on my wish list. It is a winner of so many awards, and it is looking to be like a very profound, eloquent book. I'm really looking forward to reading it as well. So those are all the books that I've received from Literally Bookish. Like I said, a couple of them came from Secret Santa. The other ones have come from random acts of kindness, and I'm so grateful to have found such a lovely community. So next up, we're gonna do it for the gram. I joined Bookstagram at the same time that I joined Booktube, and I post daily content over there. If you don't already follow me on Bookstagram, go and find me over there. I'm also at Bandy's Books over on Bookstagram. I do post regular content. I post a picture every single morning with, some sort of caption relating to books, reviews, things like that. And I also post reels a couple times a week and the occasional live stream and things like that. The community that I found on Bookstagram is so lovely and so friendly. I've received so many wonderful books. So I'm just gonna go through these really quick. I am going to be linking in the description the different Instagram accounts so that you can go check them out, because all of these people are definitely worth following as well. So first up, I received The Secret Keeper of Jaipur by Alka Joshi, and I received this book from my friend Laren. Her handle is at Literary Lover Laren, and she does a really great giveaway every single Friday. She does a Friday flat lay, and she focuses on books that are written by POC authors and featured POC characters. And I happened to win one week, and she let me choose, any book from the flat lay, and so I picked The Secret Keeper of Jaipur. I had just finished reading The Henna Artist, which is the book that goes prior to this one, and so I was so excited that this was an option, and then this beautiful hardback covered book showed up in the mail. So thank you, Laren. I received, this was the first book that I won from Instagram. I received this from Storygram Tours, and it was As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. This is the third book in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. Funny story is that I haven't read the first two books and I don't own them yet. I am hoping to pick them up very, very soon because I have been dying to read this. I've been looking at it on my shelf for a while and it's time that I get to it. So probably after Christmas, once like all the Christmas presents are taken care of and everything, I'll be probably buying the first two books in the series so I can finally dive into this. So thank you, Storygram Tours. The next two books came from my friend Elsie. Her handle is Elsie Quayle Writes, and she did a giveaway where she gave away 2 books from your Amazon wish list. And in my case, instead of picking out the books, I left it completely up to her. I told her, here's my wish list, you pick whatever 2 books you want to pick. And boy, did she deliver. She sent me Little Thieves by Margaret Owen, which this book is just stunning. The cover alone is worth it. I'm so excited to dive into this. It's such a pretty book. She said that this was one of her favorite reads as well, and that's why she picked it out. And then the second book she sent me was Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson, and the same thing. She said she also really enjoyed this book. This one is fantasy, but it's a standalone instead of a series, which I think is really unique because often, fantasy always comes in these big epic formats. So it's kind of exciting to just be able to read a good fantasy book and be done with it after one book. Next, I received this book, I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson from my friend Carly. Her handle is Carly Sunshine, and let me tell you, she is such a ray of sunshine. Carly is one of the sweetest people I think I've had the pleasure of meeting on Bookstagram. A couple weeks ago, my dog Gibson passed away, and I had posted about it on Bookstagram, and like 2 days later, this showed up with a note from my friend Carly just wishing me, good thoughts and letting me know she was thinking of me and that she hoped that this book brought a smile to my face. And it certainly did. I thought that was such a sweet and touching thing. She's also amazing, posting constantly about kids' books and all sorts of amazing literary content. I really, really adore Carly. Next up is a book that I've been so looking forward to. This was gifted to me in a Secret Santa exchange. My Secret Santa was named Annie, and her account is Books in Motion. And she sent me Noor by Nindi Okorafor. This book has been really high on my list. I'm so, so excited to read this. And look how gorgeous this book cover is. I love like the browns and the yellows and the way that this was designed. I'm very much looking forward to reading this soon. And I have 2 more books that came in another Secret Santa that I did in a group that I belong to on Instagram. And my Secret Santa is named Sarah, and her handle is Chilean Flair. She sent me both of these gorgeous books. I'm so excited. I got these like 2 or 3 days ago in the mail, and they were both really high on my wish list as well. So first is Skin of the Sea by Natasha Bowen. Again, another really, really gorgeous cover. And A Song Below Water by Bethany C. Morrow, and also a beautiful cover. I can't get over how gorgeous these books are. I'm so looking forward to reading them. And you may be wondering about the stack here to my left. This whole stack of books came from one giveaway. Ellie G. Reads is the handle of the person that gave me all of these books, and Elle was hosting a whole series of very, very generous giveaways throughout December. I entered not really thinking that I had a chance to win because like literally hundreds of people were signing up for them. One of her giveaways was that you would receive a box of 15 books, like surprise books. You have no idea what you're gonna get. And so I entered just thinking like, oh yeah, what are the odds? And then she contacted me and let me know I won. And a week later, a box of 15 books showed up on my doorstep. So I'm gonna go over these really quick. So if you've watched my channel before, you know that I'm not the biggest romance reader. I haven't really gotten into that genre too much. I had been planning on doing a romance month in February, and I was kind of both nervous and excited for it because, new genre, new challenges, but also really unsure of like what the popular romances were, what I should pick out. And so this 15 book delivery that I received is mostly romance books. And so that takes care of my whole reading list for February. So what I received was Last Tang Standing by Lauren Ho. This book takes place in Singapore. I'm really excited about this. I'm loving the bright, vibrant colors. A Lady's Guide to Mischief and Mayhem by Amanda Collins. Photos of You by Tammy Robinson. The Paris Connection by Lorraine Brown. For the Love of Friends, Sarah Goodman Confino. The Shoddy Setup by Lily Vale. I've been hearing so much about this on Bookstagram. I've seen a ton of reviews, everybody's raving. So I think this will probably be the first of the romances that I read. The Lion's Den, Catherine St. John. I don't think this one is romance. I think it's more a mystery. The Trouble with Hating You by Sajni Patel. I love this one as well. I think this is such a gorgeous cover. And then Love, Comment, Subscribe. So this is a good reminder, if you haven't already hit the like button and commented down below, as well as tagged the subscribe button, maybe do so. Use this as your sign. So this is one of the books that I was sent as well. And then The Glorious Guinness Girls. This is not a romance. This one is about the descendants of the founder of the Guinness Beer Empire. I'm so excited about this. This sounds really interesting. The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. The Air Affair by Heather Cox and Jessica Morgan. A Sweet Mess by J.C. Lee. Faker by Sarah Smith. And When We Were Young by Jacqueline Goldies. So, like I said, this very generous giveaway from LEG Reads. She sent me these 15 wonderful, mostly romance books. So I'm going to be saving these for February when I do a whole month dedicated to just romance, the genre that I probably read the least. So I have a great start here. I'm so thankful for all of these books. And I'm so thankful for all of these books here as well. I cannot believe how fortunate I've been. I've been in this community less than 3 months, and I can't believe that I am so lucky to come home to book deliveries at least a couple a week from amazing friends. It's just such a wonderful feeling, and I'm so grateful for everybody who sent me book mail. I definitely appreciate it. My bookshelves are getting insanely full, but I will always find space for gifted books. It really warms my heart. So that's been my book mail update from October all the way through December. I know some people do them monthly. I thought I would save it for a couple months just because, like in October I was brand new, so I didn't really have that much book mail. And it kind of picked up towards the end of November and into December as, there was more like holiday activities going on, Secret Santas, things like that. So we'll see how it goes in the next couple months. I may do one of these like quarterly and just do a whole massive book haul every quarter of all of my book mail. Now that we've talked about great book friends and awesome book gifts, I want to give a gift to you. Today I am celebrating my 3rd video in my 12 Day of Christmas series. And part of my 12 Day of Christmas series is that I am doing a couple giveaways. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the next giveaway in the series right now. And this giveaway is a little bit different than the first one. In this particular giveaway, I'm gonna ask you to tell me in the comments below what one book you would most like to find under your Christmas tree. And the winner of this giveaway is gonna get one item from my friend Anna's Etsy account. She's the sustainable reader on Etsy, and she has all sorts of really cool bookish paraphernalia. She's got coffee mugs, totes, a whole bunch of interesting stuff on there. So I'm gonna be picking out a gift for you from her Etsy account. The requirements for this are A, that you comment down below what book you would like to see under your Christmas tree. B, that you are subscribed to my channel and you don't plan to go anywhere. Please don't be that guy that follows to unfollow just to win a gift. That's kind of lame and nobody likes that. And then C, for this particular giveaway, you do have to be comfortable giving me your shipping address so that your gift can be shipped to you. I promise I'm not gonna do anything weird with it. It's gonna go for your gift and that's it. And also you need to know that this giveaway is not sponsored by YouTube. It's not sponsored by any outside companies. It's not sponsored by my friend. I am literally buying the product and shipping it to you because I want to say thank you to you for subscribing and watching my videos. So there will be more details about the giveaway in the description below, and the winner will be announced on Christmas Day. I'm going to be doing a live stream where I will be announcing the winner of each of the giveaways that I've posted throughout the 12 Days of Christmas. How I'm going to do it is I'm basically going to put everybody's name on pieces of paper and draw them out. so that I can read off the winners live. And then, once you've been notified, I'll go ahead and get the information that I need and we'll get your present sent out. So anyways, if you've enjoyed seeing my book mail, hit that thumbs up button, leave me that comment down below so you qualify for the giveaway. And if you're not already subscribed, definitely subscribe because there's more Christmas fun coming in the next few days. Again, I'm Bandy. This is Bandy's Books. Thank you.